This is Dolany TV, guys. Today behind me you see Battle Royale. That's the thing we're doing. We're doing a Battle Royale draft for the first time in a million years. And of course today what I want to show you is I've got a draft list. You'll see in a second I'll show you a little bit better of an image of what we're talking about in that draft list. It's a 25 pick, 1 through 4 draft list going up, down, 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 down. And we're going to go see how this draft turns out. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in a second, and then we're going to hop into the draft on the tripod, all that in just a minute here. Let's go get it done. So like I mentioned, here is the draft list. We'll start at 1, go down, 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 and down. So this is what we have to stick to. I'll be sticking to this, and we're going to hope for the best team out of this. Of course, I know by going number 1 the first 2 rounds, that should guarantee me no starting pitchers. That's just my math. But of course, the rest of this could be absolute disasters on my end. So let's go for it, boys. Let's get into today's episode. This is Dolany TV. Why I'm saying that again, I don't know why I mentioned that off the top. You guys know what this is. You know who I am. You know what's going on today already. So let's go read through this first 5 rounds of picks here. 1, 1, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. Let's see how this is going to go. 1,500 to enter the draft. Yeah, let's enter. Let's get this done. See how it goes. And our first draft round, we're going to get Tony Gwynn. Okay, you guys know number 1 is true. So number 1, and of course that avoids us Joey Votto, Craig Kimbrell, or you know what? We got to take Tony Gwynn, and I'm not too concerned about that. I will take Tony Gwynn all day. Now we need a power hitter in front of him. And look at who we get in terms of a power hitter in front of him. Man, do you wish you could get that Carlos Correa or that Buster Posey. But hey, I will take that Carlos Beltran all day, number 1. So we're through the first 2 picks, 1-1. Hey, I'll take it. I like it. And let's go see what we can get in our next round of picks. Picking number 3, Derek Dietrich. Dietrich? How do you say that? I'm not sure. But that's probably the worst pick we can take. At least he's got good contact versus righties. That'll come in handy in a pinch hit situation. So next pick up is number 2. And we're going to see, See, I told you, this is going to screw me. And you guys know the list right there. You can see number 2. The list will screw me from time to time. We're on round number 4. So that is pick number 4, second baseman Chris Bostic. And right now, all of a sudden, we are down to an 81 overall. And next pick up is number 1, Rob Segedin. And man, we're picking all the commons today. Not good. Rob Segedin, welcome to the team. Glad you could make it on. Not really, though. As much as I don't hold anything against these common players, it really doesn't help us out. At least we take a bronze starting pitcher in Jimmy Nelson in round number 6. And then suddenly we have to take a... I'm just not going to win at this one. Have to take the breakout Rich Hill, 80 overall from 2007 as a starting pitcher as well. That leaves us with round 8, which is number selection 2. We get a silver catcher in Tyler Flowers that can somewhat hit. I'll praise that. I'll take that. That's a decent, at least, card, and that gives us 3 decent options. So we're in round 9, number 1, Coco Crisp. Man, why couldn't I have that Tulo? Oh, man. Or that Jason Mott. Either or, but it is indeed the Coco Crisp that we have to take the breakout card. And number 2 should be a silver round, I imagine. It'll be a common round, and of course, we'll get screwed once again. Guys, round number 10, you see it there, is number 2. So we have to take Alan Cordoba instead of taking a starting pitcher, and all of a sudden we've got 3 commons in the lineup, and it's just looking terrible. So number 11 is number 2. So number 2 comes in at Tom Gorzalani, who... if you saw on Twitter, apparently someone's transferring stubs and racking up his price stupidly, which is stupid. So number 12 is number 3, which is a starting pitcher in Michael Fulmer. Brutal. So now at least give me another common round. Nope. So number 13. We are on number 13 of the list. It's Jonathan Broxton, and then number 3 is coming up next. Let's see what number 3 holds for us. Robert Stevenson. So we do get a starting pitcher that is a common. Finally. Thank goodness. And number 4 is another starting pitcher that is a bronze. Okay. We have a full starting rotation. That works for me. Number 4 is a a relief pitcher as well. I went 4 in a row here. Or 3 times 4. So Carlos Estevez as well. And that should give us pretty much the rest in common or in gold and silver. This is good for us. I went 1-1 here. This is round 18. So this will be Mr. Pat Neshek. So we at least get a cool bullpen arm in Pat Neshek. Hard to hit sometimes, easy to hit other times. And then we get Gene Machi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But he is our next pick in round 19. And then round 20, we have to go with number 3. And Trevor Rosenthal will be our final bullpen arm. This is a weak bullpen, and we're going to suffer for it. But hey, if we can even go 3-1, I'll be happy. So, we went option number 3. Option number 3 this time is Angel Pagan. So that is round number 21. We've got number 2 coming up, and ooh, what's up? I'd take that Miguel Cabrera. He's pretty good. But that Hanley Ramirez is pretty sick as well. And you know what? That's who we have to select in round 22. We've got 3 rounds after this. Hopefully get a second gold out of those silvers. And we have to take option number 1, Eric Hosmer. Eric Hosmer, not a half bad card. Honestly, I'd prefer to have Wilson Ramos, but 'tis the way it goes. And we've got 1 common round left, 1 silver round left. And option number 3 is Scott Van Slyke, who has good contact versus lefties, good bench hand. Should be good to go. Alright, so here we go. We've got 1 round left. We went with number 3. There's Wilson Ramos again. Wish I could take him. But unfortunately, we have to take Michael Conforto. And you see here in left field, we don't have any options. Right field, we don't have any options. So Conforto can play center and right. Beltran, Crisp, and Tony Gwynn can't play anywhere else. And our bench is full of outfielders, so Conforto, at least he's a left-hand bat. And we get a couple left-hand bats on the bench, number 4. So there you go. That is the list draft. Bingo. Pre-selecting my draft picks beforehand. And let's see, this is a 78 overall team. Looking absolute trash. I mean, if you get, let's see, Tony Gwynn in the leadoff spot, Carlos Beltran in the second spot, or Carlos Beltran in the third spot, and Coco Crisp in the second spot. That gives us all of a sudden a little bit more to work with. Tyler Flowers right there, and now we've got 60s all over the spot. But, I mean, you get Hanley Ramirez out too. Hanley Ramirez into that 2-hole behind Tony Gwynn. And you move up Coco Crisp and send down Tyler Flowers. Eric Hosmer in at first base for Derek Dietrich. And all of a sudden, you can kind of move around things a little bit more however you like. Because you've got 2 commons in the lineup, Chris Bostic and Rob Sagadine. I don't think Scott Van Slyke can play anywhere first base. That's it. Derek Dietrich can play third base. And I will put Dietrich at third base because that gives us a little bit more of an advantage. And Alan Cordoba can play second base, so Cordoba get in there for Chris Bostic. And suddenly this lineup looks a little bit more respectable, guys. That's what I'm feeling. Let me know your lineup suggestions for this lineup. It's a difficult lineup to handle, that's for sure. And our first reward is Franklin Barreto. Of course, we get the pack if we really want it, but we want that 6-game reward. That's what I'm going for this time, is a 6-game reward. Tony Gwynn, Hanley Ramirez, Carlos Beltran, Coco Crisp, Tyler Flowers, Eric Hosmer. Actually, I'm going to move up Eric Hosmer ahead of Tyler Flowers because, you know what, honestly, if you can line up 3 lefties out of Carlos Beltran, Coco Crisp, and Eric Hosmer, that'd look nice. And I mean, you go lefty, righty, righty, lefty, and then pinch hitters. Pinch hitters, we don't really have much of an option other than Michael Conforto, who's about our only option off the bench. Angel Pagan as well. 74, 72 contact, so he can hit the ball contact-wise. Not speed guy, nothing special about him. Chris Bostic at least has speed. Rob Sagadin, well, he's middle of the pack, decent fielding, all that, can fill in for an injury. Scott Van Slyke, contact versus lefties. Terrible. And Michael Conforto at least is that power hitting lefty against righties. His discipline's 86, vision is poor, but we're going to be able to build this team into at least a 3-game winner, I think. So guys, thank you for tuning into this edition of Dolany TV. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If not, leave a like. And guys, you know what? One thing I'm forgetting to say before I let you go is, when will the next episode come out for this Battle Royale run? Hopefully tomorrow. We're hoping to get things going. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one.